Welcome back to Full-Time Randomness, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about how Pilot Institute helped me get my Part 107 Unmanned Aircraft Certificate. So as you know, I've done some RC content on my channel before. Behind the scenes, I fly all sorts of models, including drones and planes. And here are a couple of my drones and planes. Got a couple bigger ones, a couple UMX planes in the back, and this is one of my smaller drones. I have a couple bigger, more professional DJI drones. And so why did I get my certificate? Well, I wanted the opportunity to make some money and help out organizations in my area. And I just thought that it would be a good way to learn more about my aircraft in general. And I also got to learn about the regulations and mostly aviation in general. And I also learned how to read aeronautical charts, which I think is very interesting and very helpful for figuring out where you can fly. The course was put together very well and includes more information than you actually need for the test, which makes it a lot more interesting when you're trying to watch hours and hours of videos on end. And it also adds lots of extra information that is helpful when you're flying. The formatting was really nice. I could just pull out my phone and whenever I had free time and watch a few videos, or sit down and watch a whole section at a time. And I finished the course and took my test in just over 2 weeks, but it varies with how often you study. I studied maybe a little over an hour every day. I did skip a couple days and it went pretty smooth. It was pretty nice. And I wanted to address a couple issues that I've seen some people mention in the comments of the videos on the course. A lot of people have said that the information is outdated, but I can assure you it is not. The course came out a few years ago, around 2021, and some references might seem outdated, but everything on the test still applies today because the test was created for the newest version, which came out in 2021. And on my test, I got 97, didn't notice anything else because it's the exact same test. Well, that's all I have for today. Just want to recommend the Pilot Institute course for anyone who is thinking about getting their Part 107 certificate, which I highly recommend if you fly any sort of plane or drone, especially in public or if in a more urbanized area, because I may or not have allegedly broken some of the rules in the past without even knowing it with my DJI drone. It's very easy to get mixed up, and standard research usually isn't quite enough. I definitely recommend taking the whole course. It gives you all the regulation for Part 107, and it's a really good way to not get yourself in trouble, especially when you're flying in public. It just gives you a lot of reassurance overall. Well, that's all I have for you guys. See you next time.